This is the Smooth Breakfast Show.
Just the two of us.
With critical focus on the Nigerian economy, we see the bigger picture.
And a bit of news, Nigeria-India trade.
Business Express on Smooth 98.1. Business Express, brought to you by Interswitch. Transaction solutions you can depend on.
Ready? A very good morning to you and welcome back. You're listening to Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. You know when it's 7:30, it's that time for Business Express. And of course, Rotus is here via Zoom. Rotus, good morning to you.
Good morning. 6:30 actually.
Yeah. Did I say 7:30?
Yeah, I think I'm fresh expressed or something. Yeah.
Yeah. 6:30 time for Business Express. Yeah, as always, remember that you can join the conversation on WhatsApp. So go onto our WhatsApp page, go there and share your comments on today's topic we're going to be discussing inside of Business Express. The number is 0809-444-0981. Again, 0809-444-0981. You can also go onto YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube at Smooth 981 on YouTube. That's at Smooth 981 on YouTube. And remember that Business Express is brought to you by Interswitch. Rotus.
Yeah. So this Omicron variant of the COVID vaccine is causing quite an alarm in global markets. We've seen oil falling. We're seeing global stocks falling. We're seeing countries taking action against the Southern African region where it was discovered. I think it was discovered in Botswana and then, or rather emerged in Botswana, and then South African scientists were able to isolate it and get some more information. It's a threat to global growth. If you've been seeing what's been happening with markets, and if you look at Nigeria's economic recovery this year, 4.03% in the third quarter of this year, 5.01% in the second quarter. I think it was 0.1% or so in the first. We've slowly been recovering as the global economy has opened up, as we've emerged from lockdowns and so on and so forth. But with what's happening with this Omicron variant, it's a worry. It's a worry that the growth that we've been seeing could be halted if enough information isn't gained on whether or not vaccines are going to be effective against this thing. The health authorities in the US are saying that it could be about 2 weeks before they can find out whether present vaccines are effective against this new strain. Moderna has just come out. But anyway, by the way, anytime global stocks are doing badly, there's always going to be some sectors that'll be okay. So the vaccine stocks for pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer, Moderna, and so on, they've been doing well because traders are saying, okay, if there's a new variant out there, then that means that these companies are going to go back to the lab to possibly try to reformulate existing vaccines to see if they are effective. So stocks, if you are in the market and looking at international stocks of this, look at stocks of pharmaceutical companies. Since last week, they've been on the up, rather since when this thing was discovered, late Thursday into Friday. So it would be interesting to look at stocks of the pharmaceutical companies as they move based on news. There's been a discovery in Canada as of I understand as of Sunday yesterday in Ottawa. They said that I think this is, where is that? Where is Ottawa again? I can't remember. Wait, I have to check. I'll take a look. Ottawa is in which province now in Canada? Hold on. Ontario, that's it. So Ontario province. So 2 cases of the new variant were discovered, and apparently it was from people who had recently traveled to Nigeria. So Anthony Fauci in the United States, who is of the Center for Disease Control, he's saying that it's only a matter of time before it shows up in the United States. It's already in parts of Europe, in Belgium, and so on. So everybody's got to take serious precautions, but it is what it means for global economic growth and what it could mean for developing economies like Nigeria that are just on the recovery tip. They're making lots of plans around the fact that the economy is getting back to where it should be. So, okay, I see oil is actually up. Crude is back to $74.88. So looks like oil is making a bit of a recovery here. West Texas Intermediate, that's the North American crude, that's at $70.78. So it looks like oil prices are making a bit of a recovery. But yeah, so everybody's got to take a lot of precaution. We hope it won't derail growth for a number of countries. Tourism, countries who are dependent on tourism and dependent on travel, airline stocks have dropped. Cruise liners, cruise ships, those stocks have dropped. Tourism, publicly traded tourism companies, their stocks have dropped. So anything related to travel, although I think tech stocks have been up, like Zoom, Netflix, all these, anything that has related to anybody having to stay home, those stocks have improved. So it's very interesting to see how the markets have been reacting to this thing. But for us here, I just encourage everybody to please be safe, because it looks like we're going to be living with this COVID thing for quite a while. And anybody who thought the Delta variant was going to be the last variant, I mean, you've seen this now. This thing clearly mutating, and we just have to be careful. So yesterday I went out. Now I'm spraying surfaces at my desk where I sit. Anywhere where I know anybody has sat down, my keyboard on my laptop, I have to watch out. I don't want to spray it and destroy it, but disinfectant, not just for your hands, disinfectant for surfaces. Folks have to try and, get vaccinated, and we have to look at booster shots in time, but we hope this won't derail economic growth. Again, 2 weeks is a long time for the medical professionals to find out how effective this variant is against existing, or how effective existing vaccines are against this new variant. Moderna says if they have to come up with a completely new vaccine, it won't be until early 2022. So, I mean, you've already seen the UK. I think Israel has banned travel from every country in the world except for the Northern Africa. I know people argue whether or not Northern Africa is Africa at all, or the Middle East, but as far as the map is concerned, it's Northern Africa. So the UK has banned travel from South Africa, Botswana, and a number of other countries. That is going to impact trips, business, and so on and so forth. Airlines are going to be impacted by that. Nigeria hasn't been placed on any bans from many countries. That's good. But with this new case that's been discovered in Canada now, we have to see whether or not any actions will be taken further. So it's just, as far as the global growth picture, emerging economies that are dependent on, commodity prices, travel tour. Kenya is a big travel tourism. Kenya, Tanzania, those are African countries that depend a lot on tourism with what's going on. Although Kenya is in Eastern Africa, so is Tanzania. But we just have to, this week is a watch and see week. You have to see how stocks perform. Again, if you're in the global, if you buy stocks globally, then like I've said, look at pharmaceuticals, look at tech stocks. They might do well this week as they did on Thursday, Friday. But the alarm for me is countries like Nigeria that are economically, and other countries. Is this thing going to derail that? So we got to be careful, and we're living in a new safety conscious, health conscious. Cleanliness is next to godliness, as the quote says. Well, everybody's got to really take their health very seriously, because things have changed.
Things have changed indeed. This is Benga Kamu. We hope scientists will bring forth something to tackle the new COVID variant. And it goes on to say, Roaches, no matter how variant the Omicron becomes, can we afford another shutdown? It's already impacting the world economy, and it's now Nigeria wants to start a new airline. That's from Benga Kamu there. Yinka Bolu goes, yeah, Rotus oil is definitely going to head up since Biden asked OPEC to up production. Something I find really funny knowing he's one of the folks pushing for green energy. I hope they come to terms with the fact that various forms of energy are meant to complement each other and not wipe out one another. Ogene Ochuku comes with this new variant it's also opportunity to invest in some assets, but it won't last long. Just smart grab, I think is what he's trying to say here. Ahmed from Ogudu, Lagos goes, federal government needs to take step now, as other countries are doing, by banning flights from the major countries with Omicron variant, because Nigeria economy can't afford to go on a lockdown again. And I don't even think we can afford to shut down travel as well, just to ban travel.
They are very correct. See, that's the thing. Again, we're just, if you look at economic growth, it's single digits, again, 4.03% in the third quarter. And look, the festive season, I hear Thames is performing for the first time in Nigeria since 2019. So Thames is going to be performing this December. You've heard of a lot of Nigerian artists that have been nominated for Grammys. I think a number of artists that have been. So December is again a period. This fourth quarter is usually a period where festive activities boost economic growth. Now, this December could be different because we've talked about cooking gas prices that are through the roof. We'll have to see how that affects people's, demand for parties and feeding and so on. But it's a really bad time to be banning any flights and so on because of this thing, because we, especially here, if around the world, globally, the December period, the festivities, Christmas shopping around the world and so on, it's a period for, at least with the demand for gifts and all this and that, growth. So it would be really terrible to ban any flights now. I don't know, maybe we're at a point where we just have to live with these variants, but that we want to live with these variants does not mean that governments around the world won't take extra precautions. But to answer, I'm with the messages that we've heard already. The lockdown is what pushed us into recession. We contracted by 6% in the second quarter of 2020, contracted again by a further 3% in the third quarter. That's when the recession was officially confirmed. So economic growth is so fragile now that another lockdown is just to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yinka comes here with shut down which economy? Nigeria? We should ban travels? Who will ban it? We just can't afford it. How will dollars come in? Let's just agree we will be living with this virus in whatever forms it takes for a long time. I'm sure the Omicron will fail in Nigeria. That's Yinka speculation there.
Very, very optimistic from Yinka there. What else is happening? We're wrapping up. All right.
Yeah,
so I
just
guess
2 minutes.
Everybody just be safe. We'll have to see. This is a crucial week. We'll have to just see whether other countries react and place bans on flights from other African nations. Nigeria has not been named on any list. So for now, flights from Nigeria, to other countries are as is, but you have to get tested, you have to get vaccinated, all these other things you have to show before you travel. So as we approach December, today is, almost at the end of November now. Tomorrow is the last day of November. It will be very, very interesting to us. Let's just monitor December and see how things go with the cooking gas situation, with the parties, the O1 bears. Let's see how we fare. So you guys just be safe.
All right, that's it. Pretty much brings us to the very end of Business Express. First, just thank you so much for coming on board.